Well, I'm live here, it says, and gotta get gotta get going. Today's Father's Day, and today is also my oldest brother's birthday. Uh, my oldest brother Don uh, has a birthday today. My grandson's birthday is tomorrow, so I've got a couple of things to celebrate. I've got, like I say, a brother's birthday, Father's Day, and hey, Jamie, how are you? Yeah, yeah, I've got a couple things to celebrate. Like I said, my brother's birthday, Father's Day, and tomorrow will be my grandson. He will turn 25 tomorrow. 25. No, excuse me, 20 tomorrow, not 25. Boy, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Yeah. Yep. I don't guess everybody saw my headline. I'm saying, why don't everybody boycott Walmart? I tell you what, that Walmart heiress, I guess I can't complain to the whole store, but definitely, hey, Bull of the Woods. Yeah, top of the day to you too. Uh, yeah, I think it's crazy that we got somebody like that paid all these protesters. I tell you that was a crazy situation yesterday, having all these major big towns, not so many small towns, but uh, we didn't have anything in my hometown. Uh, I think there's some protesters a couple of places nearby, but nothing major. Of course, down here in the South, we haven't had very many protests, and I love the fact of the way that the Florida sheriffs came on and warned everybody and warned them right quick. If they attack their police, uh, we'll we'll notify your next of kin where to pick up your body because they're not going to fool around with stuff like that. And that's what needs to be said in some of these situations. They got some crazy situations out there, especially out in LA where they just let it get out of control uh, and all this sort of stuff. But hopefully we'll get it straightened out. Oh yeah, I know it. There's so much of that underlying things that we will never know because they what did they do? They destroyed all the evidence, everything they collected for January 6th. They destroyed it. So if it wasn't a cover up, why destroy it? Why not keep it? Why not keep those valuable documents to prove different things? All they did, they did some crazy things to people. Oh, you were at a No Kings protest? Where was the No Kings protest that you were at? I didn't go to any. I stayed at home and worked. I didn't get out and do anything other than stay at home. Oh, although Friday night, I went to a great concert. If you ever get a chance to see Vince Gill, go see him. He will give you your money's worth. He put on a concert that was 3 hours long. 3 hours. I mean, continuously 3 hours, nonstop. He didn't take a break. He didn't go off stage. He did a show. Exactly. Protesters and paid activists are two different things. And what that was yesterday was a bunch of paid activists. They were paid millions of dollars to protest and act and be out there yesterday. And I fought Walmart or the heiress of Walmart. She went in and I don't know how many $10 million, $20 million. She paid an ungodly amount of money. Oh, in Northeast Oregon. Okay. Hey, Patrick, I see you in here. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm a father of two. I've got a daughter and a son, and I'm very proud of both of them. I'm very happy to be a father. I try to be a good father, try to be a good grandfather. I got one grandson. He's out on a camping trip today with a bunch of his college roommates and college soccer players and uh, guys he hangs out with at college. They're out on a trip in the mountains of North Carolina today. They went yesterday and taking a couple of days up there at some cabin. They're actually on the river uh, where Deliverance was filmed in western part of North Carolina and part of Georgia. Uh, that's where they're at. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, if you could ever become part of Idaho and break off from Washington State. I mean that's a Seattle ought to be its own little state, like or province or whatever, like Washington D.C. Just stick it out there by itself and let the rest of the state do what it wants to do. I mean that's crazy. It's a pretty area and everything, but boy, you got some lefties out there, don't you? I drink my Coke here, my Coke Zero. Uh, yeah, I tell you, it's crazy how you get so many lefties that cluster together, and that's what they seem to do. I mean, other people, conservative minded people, other people, normal. You don't even have to be conservative; just normal people don't cluster together like that. But boy, these lefties, they all got to group together and stay in a big bunch. Oh, I know it. It's crazy, and that's what I say. You get these ultra liberal people that I don't know. It's just a mixed up bunch of people, in my opinion. But uh, you know, it is what it is. That's what we get out of life sometimes. But I hope everybody's having a good Father's Day today. Like I said, I'm proud to be a father of two and a grandfather of one, and I hope everybody's having a good day today. My oldest brother Don, he has a birthday today, June 15th. Uh, he turned. Let me think. Okay, my birthday's in about 2 weeks. I'll be 74. So Don turned 78. So hey Renegade, how are you? Yeah, yeah, I know it. A bunch of crybabies, Walter. That's for sure. Oh, happy birthday, Renegade! Now, how old are you today, Renegade? I didn't realize it was your birthday too. Yeah, my brother Don is 78 today. Uh, 56. Oh, okay. Well, we'll all say happy birthday to Renegade down there in in nice warm Florida. Yeah, I like Florida because I liked what Governor DeSantis has told about the protesters. I bet there wasn't many protesters down there yesterday. Yeah, those sheriffs came on TV and told everybody, said, if you do this and you do that, if you hit my people, said we'll tell you where you can, we'll tell your relatives, we'll tell you where they can pick up your body. Now what about what about FedEx Bull of the Woods? I'm not following you on that. About 200 in Tampa. Yeah, I bet they didn't shut down any of the streets, did they? Yeah, yeah. They these protesters and everything. Yeah, yeah. Well, see, my old company, when I sold my company, I split it apart. I sold different contracts to different contractors. I didn't sell everything to one person. What I did, uh, I sold uh, one guy, Landon Walker, who actually I helped him get started in FedEx. I sold he and his wife a couple. Now Landon's actually the fuel guy for the number 24 car on NASCAR. He still works for Hendrick Motorsports too. So he and his wife they have they're up to a good many trucks now because I helped them buy out another contractor friend of mine. So um, they have about 15 trucks now, I think 15 or 20. So they're doing real good. And he's a contractor, and along with being uh, working full time for Hendricks too. Him and his wife. So they've got a big job. Well, Fed Up, FedEx. I don't worry about it anymore. My wife and I, we were talking about it. I'm so out of the loop of it now. My phone doesn't ring like it used to. I don't worry about things like I used to. Uh, I am totally at ease and happy with. Let me move this down just a hair, a little bit. I don't want those lights bothering everything. I got my my camera was looking up at those lights. I didn't want it bothering anything. But uh, you know, as it stands, I am very happy to be out of FedEx. I'm happy to be retired from anything. I don't have FedEx. I don't have my Napa store. All I've got is buildings. I rent buildings now, um, so that's all I have. I've got I bought this building beside me over here about 6 months ago, 6 or 7, back in November, I believe it was. And so I own all the buildings on the major part of our property now. We've got about 75 or 80 acres down here. I hadn't got to counting them, but uh, we I do that, and then I have 8 acres in my Napa property. Yeah, I bet so. Well, I'm glad I sold and got out. Uh, you know, the guys, the majority of them, now I sold the majority of them to two brothers, and both of them had contracts. And unfortunately, one of the brothers got killed in a car wreck a couple of years ago. So his family's still running it. And then, like I said, the contractor that he and his wife are, uh, he works for NASCAR. I sold him some, and then I sold a contractor in Greensboro. I sold him 5 routes, and then I sold another guy in Charlotte a couple routes. So, see, I basically sold mine off in pieces. I did not sell mine to all one person, and that kind of ensures me a little. Uh, well, I like it. This is just one of them. This is actually my small shop. It's a big shop, but it's my smallest one, or one of the small. Well, I say that, and then I added on to it right here. I added a I added a 30 by, let's see, 30 by 60 addition on this shop that I'm sitting in right now. This is the main part of the original shop that I started with. This this is my this is my original shop. Um, yeah, it's a nice shop. It's I got an upstairs back there. I don't know if you can tell, but I actually got an upstairs area, and then I've got some offices built back there. Um, I really don't need them, but they're there. I initially thought I was going to need them, but I've got them mainly for just for storage now. Uh, you don't miss now. Are you out of FedEx completely now? Now you were with FedEx Ground, weren't you, Scott? I mean FedEx Freight. Now, did you retire? Did you retire from FedEx Freight, or am I getting you crossed with somebody else? It's hard for me to remember everything. Oh, you were with Ground. Okay. Now you're out of Ground now, or are you still with FedEx Ground? You got get me straight here. What you're doing? You're totally out. Okay. Well, I'm totally out too. Uh, like I said, I don't miss I don't miss the work. I'm happy to be retired. I'm happy. Well, I'm retired, but I haven't finished everything. That's for sure. My wife keeps me very busy. So I'm to check something out here. Uh, I was looking at my plasma cutter above here. Yeah. Well, you know, everybody is going to have their level of equipment. Oh yeah, I'm on the honeydew list for sure, James. Uh, I was out working in the yard yesterday. I mowed the grass. We worked on. She had planted a tree and it was leaning, so I had to get some rebar and put it down in the ground, drive it down into the ground for her, and had that straightened up, and different things like that. And then I worked at oh gosh, what else was it? Well, just worked generally at the shop. I'm trying to do. See, I added on to. So I've got several buildings down here. I've got this shop right here that I'm in, and then I made an addition to it last year. And down at my house, I had a uh, 30 30 by 30 building that I added on to, made it 30 by 60, but I kept it open as a shed. Last week, I actually added on to it again, and we closed it in, and we built a second 30 by 60 building down there. So I got some big buildings at the house, and I've got, like I said, this building, which was originally 50 by 80, and then I added on the 30 by 60. My biggest building is right behind me here across the road. And that building is 60 by 120. And then this latest edition that I bought is this other building, and it's about 15,000 square feet too, somewhere around that. And there's a company that does refrigeration that rents from me out of that. So, and I don't have to mess with that one. I basically, I'm just the landlord. Keep the grass mowed, keep the equipment, keep all the electrical and everything going, and that's about it. I don't have to. They handle whatever they do themselves, so I don't mess with the day-to-day operation of it. Mainly just collect the rent check, make the payments, collect rent, that sort of stuff. And one of these days, I may clean out my big building because it has 3 bay doors, and I could really increase it and put 5 up there if I wanted to, and make that a better shop. I can make that a better shop up there if I wanted to, and rent that out, and you know, probably get some good revenue from that. But I don't have to, so I don't need to. This shop here, I could rent this shop out too if I wanted to. So, but this is mine and Jim's shop to work out of. So Jim likes working out of this one. He didn't like the new one. He always liked this one better. So this is where we hang out. And so, that's our thing. Okay, you have a day cab. Okay. Now are you working for yourself, Scott? Or are you working you run a 200-mile day run day daily trip, huh? Well, that's not a very long trip, so you should be able to get that done. And do you have a lot of stops on it? That's that's the thing. I mean, I don't know who who are you working for, or are you working for yourself, or are you leased to a company, or what's the deal? Well, while we're waiting on Scott to give me some response, I'll just kind of put in there. I hope everybody's doing good on this Father's Day. Like I say, it should be a happy occasion. I mean, we did, the president had a good parade, and all these liberals wanted to rain on his parade. They wanted to uh, they wanted to do something against him, which I think is crappy. That's a crappy way of doing things, and but that's their prerogative. That's their right. They can do it as long as they're not tearing up things. They can do it. They can take Walmart's money and go spend it how they want to, I guess. But that's a crazy situation. I mean, it's crazy that we got paid protesters out there. It's crazy that that's the only way they can congregate uh, enough people to look like they're doing something. But they got the liberal media going along with them. Thank goodness we got YouTube and some other things, so other people like myself and thousands and millions of other people can get out there and say, well, hey, we're not for this. We're not for this craziness. We're not for all that kind of stuff. And for them to, it's sort of funny how they say no King's Day. Okay, good. Now, are you independent by yourself, Scott? I mean, are you working for somebody? Or you got a company you contracted to? I don't understand. But either way, it sounds pretty good. Okay, you're independent, so you get 1,700 a day. Okay, fuel included. Now that's great, and insurance. Now is that insurance for you, or is that insurance for the equipment? But I mean, of course, if they're paying insurance, you're not totally independent. But either way, I mean, that sounds really good. Both. Okay, good, good. And yep, that's great. But I'm glad I'm retired from everything myself. I don't even want to get in a tractor trailer truck unless I have to. And I've got a couple out here. I still own two. I still own two that we can operate and that I have tagged and licensed. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, if you can make 500,000 a year doing that, and of course that's gross. I would imagine you're still having to pay your taxes. You're still having to pay your taxes out of it, and you're getting 1099. I would imagine. So you're paying your taxes and your upkeep of your equipment. So that's going to lower it down some, but you should be able to, unless you got some really crappy equipment, you should be able to keep that up. And if your payments aren't too high and all that sort of stuff, so you make your truck payment, you can make your maintenance and keep everything rolling. And if you're only doing 200 miles a day, you're definitely not going to tear the equipment up. That's for sure. That's going to be low maintenance right there. Yeah, unless you're in a real hard terrain or something like that. But if you're in a good area where it doesn't require much work on the equipment, you should be in great shape. You should be in great shape. Well, guys, I have it being Father's Day, my son is he's cooking he's got a big smoker and everything, and he's cooking a brisket for us for Father's Day later today. My wife has lunch and everything all squared up. She has a few things for me to do this morning, so I'm not going to just linger on out here today. I think most people get the idea of what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, but I'm going to call it a day. I've enjoyed chatting with you this morning. Don't need to talk too much. Let's get out there and not protest. Let's get out there and celebrate being good Americans. And I'm going to boycott Walmart because I don't think what they did was right yesterday. So I'm staying away from Walmart because I don't go there much anyway. But y'all take care. I'll talk to you next week. And maybe I'll get some film out there. One of these days, I'm going to actually get some other things. Y'all take care. I'll see you around.